August. It was like ghost town around here. And if you're serious about your craft, it doesn't take me being in the building for everybody. It's multiple keys out here. It's like 5 keys out here. So it doesn't take, one individual being inside of a building for things to continue on. Everybody knows I travel in the summertime. I got to see my family in the summertime. That's the only time I can stay gone, for a month at a time and everything. So another thing I want to make sure everybody does have on the forefront is make sure whatever time you put it into your career, put even more time into your family. Put that into, because so many people are doing this in order to help benefit their family. That's the main reason why I love doing what I'm doing, because I do want to do it to help benefit my family and extended family. But the thing is if you're doing this year after year after year after year after year after year, and you're taking so much time away from your family, after 10 and 20 years, your kid is like this big now, like my son is, taller than me, and you want to be able to go back and say, okay, I was there. Okay, woo, I was there. You don't want to go back and say, like, man, I'm still trying to do this. I'm still trying to. You don't want that to be your end all. Like, I never spent any time with you. So make sure you're putting that time into your child. Bring your child around if that's what you got to do. I mean, y'all see my kids, and when it's open mic, they right over here. So do what you got to do to make things happen. Another thing I ended up doing, because my parents are pushing 70, and I told my parents, I was like, man, I've always wanted to do something big for y'all. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna start sending y'all random little cards, because I know I love y'all and everything. I'm gonna start sending y'all random little cards throughout the year, put a few dollars in it, and that's my giving back, and my I love you all so much. That's what it is. Because, everybody wants to be able to buy their parents' houses and cars and all these different things. But things happen at different seasons. So do what you can when you can. Like old boy was saying, and we say this all the time, don't give me flowers when I'm dead. Give them to me now. You can work so hard to the point where you like, man, I ain't got nothing to show for it. I don't have this. I don't have that. You got you. People I love just written out cards. Like, man, I appreciate you. I love you. This, that, and that. Bam. That's what I do for these different promoters that give us tickets and things like that. They know I ain't got no money. So, card, sign it. Here go, yo. And that thank you right there goes far beyond somebody not even saying, I appreciate you giving this, or that. They love it. They love it. So I just want to put that out there. Whatever y'all goals are and stuff, start small. Start where you are. Even if you don't have a dime in your pocket. It's a lot of times, that's what I said, it's a lot of times people don't even know struggling paying the bills here and everything. But we still here. And we here for a reason. We still here. So, yeah. So without any further ado, when it comes to that, I just want to give everybody the encouragement, if this is what you love, any type of way I can help out, I'm here to help out. I don't have a whole lot of resources, but I got some resources, and a lot of on the marketing side of things, I learned a lot of my marketing guerrilla style. I'm talking going in somebody's face. I don't know you. How you doing? Bam. This is what I got.
I just told my best friend in Chicago that I'm like, look, you an artist, dog. Like, with you being an artist, you got to take your work and be like, here. You got to get out there. Like, if you ain't got that following, dog, like, even if you do got the following, you just got to stay visible. That's I stress that to people.
Say that.
Content, visibility. You need both.
So,
I shared that Nardwar, he's one of the best interviewers I've ever seen. Is like I've learned so much. I just randomly saw him one day, because all his interviews are Nardwar versus whoever he's interviewing. So it said Nardwar versus this, so that automatically gets you versus. What is this, a battle? You know what I'm saying? And Nardwar, he's a very eccentric dude from Vancouver, white guy, but he's like a music historian, a walking encyclopedia, and everybody who he interviews, it's like he knows everything about them. It's like intimate details and stuff that they forgot and stuff like that. And the way he interviews is so good that it made me. I got addicted to looking at the interviews. You know, I kept looking at them back to back of artists that I liked, that I already thought I knew. But I found out so much more about him by watching his interviews. And in artists that I thought I liked, I found out I didn't like, because when he interviews them, it brings out the, you know, he's so off. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a certain type of person to flow with it. You know what I mean? So if a person ain't really like honest or real or whatever, it'll show. You know, he'll make it show, because he just come with it like flat out, like, and you know, depending on how the person react, you could tell if what type of person they are, beyond just being an artist. You know what I mean? Depending on the environment they are. So that's like a couple of artists I saw, I'm like, I was disappointed in as hell. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them like walked out on them. You know, they was like, and you know, took back or whatever, or they didn't take it the right way and things like that. But other artists, it's like, I love this artist now, you know what I'm saying? Because he brought them the real. I saw what kind of real person they are based on how he interviewed them. And the latest one he didn't interview Redman a couple times, I think. But he interviewed a lot of people several times over the years. But the one he just did, he interviewed Redman, and it's like 8 minutes. I shared it on Facebook. I think we might need to show it on share it with some of the younger crowd, because Redman dropped so much knowledge on this short interview about performance and stage presence, and you know, because Nardwuar asked him what can you do if you're having a bad show, or if you're on stage and it seems like it's a bad show and it's a disconnect with the crowd or whatnot like that. And Redman he went back to the fact of the promoters not knowing how to really promote and market these certain artists. Like they might bring Redman to a younger crowd, like, you know what I'm saying, that don't really know or respect him, his music or whatnot, and they might not connect with him. But if a lot of artists that feel like they should be getting that respect from a crowd, but they might be younger or might not be in a genre, disconnect from them immediately if they feel they ain't feeling them or whatnot. Stop looking at them, back up from the front of the stage, you know, trying to hurry up and get through the show, you know, and get it over with or whatever, instead of forcing yourself on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here. Y'all gonna look at me. You know what I'm saying? In a certain way, not disrespectful, but just persistent wise. And the way that he expressed that, because I always knew, I learned that a long time ago, that all the shows ain't gonna go right, but you can't never let them see you sweat. You can't break out of your professional mode on stage and let anybody throw you off. You know what I mean? Because you are a professional. I don't care if you was getting paid or not. If you could call yourself this, what you're doing, you're supposed to get up there and represent yourself in a certain way. And no matter what was going on, you know what I'm saying? I done did shows with ICP and all of that where I didn't see motherfuckers get hit in head with all kind of, you know what I'm saying, bleeding, all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? Redman and Method Man, actually, literally, Redman hit him in the head with a damn can. But he was mad as hell, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wow. But they finished the show off or whatever, but you know, they checked the crowd in a way, but it was crazy. But that's funny that Redman was saying this, but I don't think, was Red there? I don't know if he was there, but it was Method Man got hit that night. But if they look at that, he give them so much knowledge about how to just be on stage and command that stage and be a professional. Don't let nothing deter you from completing your task or whatever that you was, you were supposed to be doing on that stage. And I was like, wow, because it was like I seen a few people, they all dropped knowledge with the good interviews with Nardwuar, but it almost like when Redman got to talking, I forgot that it was a Nardwuar interview, because he kind of took it over and flipped it back on him and started dropping so much knowledge on that one question that he asked him in the middle of the interview. And I was like, damn, that's why I said this is one of the best ones I saw, because it's usually just entertaining and a little bit informative, you know, just in general on the artist's background. But this was Redman, you know, like dropping knowledge, you know what I'm saying, trying to teach these young and older artists. He say a lot of them, you know, his contemporary, his peers do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they the shit and this and that, and they come and the promoter book them in the new club and whatever. And it's the young crowd. It ain't their peers. It ain't the old, you know, the old school who appreciate and know they shit. They like, who is this old? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they get on their high horse and start acting away. But he was like, nah, man. I was like, wow, that was some good advice that he dropped on that video there. But
you said he'd be asking questions and stuff, and some of the artists be You know,
A couple of them, yep.
How is he asking the questions? Is he trying to do it to put him on Front Street, or is these like honest questions? Are these behind?
They're honest
like,
questions. They're not. Yeah, it ain't like Slick Rick. What happened when you shot that one? You know what I'm saying? It ain't. It ain't not. It'd be like he quirky, like eccentric. You know what I mean? His style is different. He looks that he wears all his crazy looking clothes. You know what I'm saying? And he's white. You know what I'm saying? He knows about. He delves into your like. I don't know how he find this shit out. I mean, he like serious with his research. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, he'd be like, remember when you was in junior high school and y'all used to eat at Jenny's barbecue shops, and they'd be like, huh? Damn, fool, I forgot about that. I ain't thought about that shit in 15 years. It was like, and a lot of them be like, man, this dude is the shit. You know what I'm saying? How did you find? And then some of them just be like,
he probably the FBI. He probably been getting him to go to jail. That's how he probably go to jail.
no. The thing about Nardwar,